Beneath the ocean surface, danger lurks in the shadowy depths where the tiger shark reigns supreme. With their relentless power and stealth, these silent predators have turned serene waters into arenas of terror. Our gripping series unveils 6 harrowing encounters with these formidable beasts. Witness the sheer force of nature as it collides with human vulnerability in these chilling sagas of tiger shark attacks. Prepare to be submerged in a world where every splash could be your last. In the sun-kissed waters off the coast of Western Australia, near the idyllic town of Coral Bay, the day dawned with a promise of adventure and scientific discovery. The azure waves lapped gently against the white sandy beaches, creating a picture of tranquility and untouched beauty. This area, known for its diverse marine life, was particularly famous for its population of tiger sharks, a species both fascinating and formidable. Dr. Emily Robinson, a marine conservationist and a respected expert in shark behavior, was preparing for a day that she hoped would contribute significantly to her research. Her longtime collaborator and friend, Jack Thompson, an experienced diver and wildlife photographer, was with her. Their mission was to tag tiger sharks to study their migratory patterns. This project combined their passion for marine conservation with the thrill of close encounters with these majestic predators. The morning at Coral Bay was splendid, with the sun casting a golden hue over the ocean. On July 10, 2004, Emily and Jack, equipped with their tagging gear, underwater cameras, and safety equipment, set out on their boat, the Ocean Whisperer. As they ventured into the deeper waters, the excitement was palpable. With her keen blue eyes and sun-streaked hair, Emily meticulously reviewed the tagging equipment. Jack checked the cameras with his easygoing nature and sharp wit, ensuring they were ready to capture the day's events. Tiger sharks, known for their distinct stripes and robust build, were a common sight in these parts. They were top predators, vital to the marine ecosystem, but often misunderstood. Emily's work aimed to shed light on their behavior, demystifying the myths surrounding them and advocating for their conservation. In Coral Bay, these sharks were often seen near the surface, making them perfect subjects for Emily's research. As the boat reached their destination, a known tiger shark hotspot, Emily and Jack prepared to enter the water. The ocean was clear, viewing the vibrant coral reefs below. Schools of colorful fish swam around, oblivious to the humans intruding into their world. Emily, with her years of experience, knew the risks involved. She had encountered sharks countless times, always with a sense of respect and caution. Today, however, felt different. There was an electrifying charge in the air, a suspicion that this day would be unlike any other. They had just located a suitable shark for tagging, a magnificent female tiger shark, approximately 12 feet long, gliding gracefully through the water. With her heart pounding, Emily readied the tagging pole while Jack positioned himself to capture the moment. As Emily leaned over the side of the boat, her focus entirely on the shark, the unexpected happened. The tiger shark, perhaps sensing the intrusion or acting spontaneously, turned sharply toward her. The shark's demeanor changed from curious to aggressive in a split second. Before Emily could react, the shark lunged, its mighty jaws clamping down on her leg. The force of the attack pulled her from the boat, plunging her into the churning waters. The tranquility of Coral Bay was shattered by her screams and the sudden thrashing in the water. Jack, stunned for a moment, sprang into action. He knew he had to act fast to save his friend. Grabbing a spare pole, he plunged into the water, his mind racing with the knowledge that every second mattered in this life-or-death struggle. The shark, with Emily in its grip, was relentless. The predator's strength was overwhelming, but Emily, despite the excruciating pain, fought back with every ounce of her being. Her survival instincts and understanding of shark behavior were her only weapons in this dire situation. The radio crackled to life in the boat as Jack's distress call echoed across the waves, calling for help. Meanwhile, the struggle continued in the water, a terrifying dance of human resilience and animal might. The attack seemed to last an eternity. Using her knowledge of sharks, Emily tried to fend off the creature, targeting its sensitive spots. Surprised by her resistance, the tiger shark momentarily loosened its grip, giving Jack a small window to intervene. He reached Emily, his movements deliberate and swift, trying to create a barrier between her and the shark. His presence distracted the animal, and it seemed to lose interest in its prey briefly. As they fought to stay afloat, the sound of approaching help filled the air. The rescue team, alerted by Jack's call, was closing in, racing against time to save Emily from the jaws of the tiger shark. As the rescue boat sliced through the waters towards Emily and Jack, the situation in the water teetered on the edge of calamity. Emily, her leg in the vice-like grip of the tiger shark, fought to keep her head above the water, her face contorted in pain. With a mixture of fear and determination in his eyes, Jack tried desperately to shield her from further attacks. The tiger shark, a creature of instinct and power, circled them, its black, soulless eyes assessing its prey. Emily, a blend of agony and resolve, knew her movements could provoke another attack or encourage the shark to leave. Drawing upon her deep knowledge of shark behavior, she attempted to remain still, conserving her waning strength. Jack, realizing the gravity of the situation, positioned himself between Emily and the shark, ready to fend it off if it came closer. His actions were a mix of bravery and desperation, a friend protecting another against a force of nature. Finally, the rescue team arrived, their boat creating waves that rippled through the tense scene. Trained professionals, they acted swiftly. One of the rescuers, a skilled diver, jumped into the water, a spear gun in hand, ready to defend against the shark if it attacked again. They managed to get Emily onto a stretcher in a carefully coordinated effort. Her injuries were severe, but her spirit was unbroken. Exhausted yet relieved, Jack helped the rescuers, his gaze never leaving Emily. The tiger shark, perhaps deterred by the commotion or satisfied with its assault, slowly disappeared into the ocean's depths. The medical team frantically stabilized Emily as the boat sped back to shore. Her injuries were grave. The shark's teeth had torn through muscle and bone, leaving her in a critical state. His hands trembling, Jack stayed by her side, offering words of comfort, trying to keep her conscious. Back on land, an ambulance was waiting. Emily was rushed to the nearest hospital, where a team of doctors was prepared for her arrival. Her journey from the tranquil waters of Coral Bay to the sterile hospital environment was a testament to her resilience and the unpredictable dangers of the natural world. In the days that followed, the news of Emily's attack made headlines. The incident, a stark reminder of the risks faced by those who venture into the wild, sparked debates about wildlife conservation and the need for respectful coexistence. Emily's recovery was slow but steady. Her injuries were life-changing, but her spirit remained undaunted. Supported by Jack, her family, and the global conservation community, she faced rehabilitation with the same courage she had shown in the waters that day. In time, Emily returned to the ocean, her love for it undiminished. She continued her work, more aware than ever of the delicate balance between human activity and the natural world. Her story, a blend of terror and triumph, served as an inspiration to many, a reminder of the power of the human spirit in the face of adversity. On the sun-drenched morning of July 16, 2010, the Coral Lagoon in Australia shimmered with inviting clarity. A paradise for marine enthusiasts, the lagoon, known for its vibrant coral reefs and diverse marine life, was a haven of tranquility. Daniel Thompson, a 28-year-old spearfishing lover, and his friend Mia Bennett set out for adventure in these inviting waters. Daniel, a seasoned spearfisher, and Mia, an enthusiastic underwater photographer, had planned this trip for weeks. Their excitement was palpable as they loaded their gear onto their small boat, the early morning sun casting a golden glow over the lagoon. The day they promised clear skies and calm waters, perfect conditions for exploring the underwater world of Coral Lagoon. As they set off, Mia chatted animatedly about the photograph she hoped to capture, her camera already in hand. Daniel, more focused, checked his spearfishing equipment, ensuring everything was in order. He had always been fascinated by the ocean, its mysteries, and dangers alike, and spearfishing was his way of connecting with this vast, unexplored world. Coral Lagoon was home to many marine species, but it was also known for its population of tiger sharks. These majestic yet formidable creatures were a common sight in the area. Though generally not aggressive towards humans, their presence demanded respect and caution. Daniel and Mia were aware of this. They had taken all necessary precautions and planned to stay within the safer zones of the lagoon. Upon reaching their destination, a serene spot surrounded by coral formations, they anchored the boat. Daniel donned his diving suit and prepared his spear while Mia readied her camera. The crystal-clear water offered a compelling view of the vibrant marine life below. As Daniel slipped into the water, the coolness enveloped him, bringing an instant rush of exhilaration. He moved gracefully, his eyes scanning the depths for fish. Above him, Mia kept a vigilant watch, her camera poised to capture the underwater drama. Unbeknownst to them, a tiger shark over 3 meters in length was silently approaching. Drawn by the activity, it moved with a stealth characteristic of apex predators. Daniel, focused on his target, was oblivious to the looming danger. Suddenly, Mia saw the massive silhouette. Her heart skipped a beat as she realized the gravity of the situation. She shouted a warning, but the water muffled her voice. Frantically, she signaled to Daniel, pointing towards the approaching shark. Daniel turned, and for a moment time stood still. He was face to face with the tiger shark, its cold eyes locking onto his. Panic surged through him, but his survival instincts kicked in. He knew he had to remain calm. Any sudden movement could provoke the shark. The shark, perhaps curious or sensing the spear as a threat, moved closer. Daniel held his spear defensively, trying to position himself away from the shark without appearing aggressive. The underwater dance was tense, each of Daniel's movements measured and deliberate. Then, without warning, the shark lunged. It was a swift, decisive move, its jaws snapping shut on Daniel's leg. Pain shot through him like lightning. He struggled to free himself, but the shark's grip was unyielding. Mia, witnessing the attack from above, dove into action. She knew she had to help Daniel, but realized that any rash move could escalate the situation. She dove into the water, heading straight towards them, her mind racing to find a way to distract the shark. As Mia reached them, the shark, perhaps startled by her presence, released Daniel. Blood clouded the water, a stark reminder of the shark's deadly capabilities. Daniel, in agony, tried to swim, but his leg was severely injured. With a remarkable presence of mind, Mia supported him, helping him stay afloat. She knew they needed to get back to the boat quickly. The shark, still nearby, circled them, its primal instincts at the forefront. Every stroke towards the boat was a battle against pain and fear. Daniel, fighting through the excruciating pain, relied heavily on Mia's strength. The ship seemed miles away, their progress agonizingly slow. Mia's shouts had alerted a nearby boat, and help was soon coming. As they reached their ship, Daniel's consciousness was fading. Mia, with Herculean effort, managed to get him aboard. She applied pressure to his wound, trying to stem the flow of blood. The other boat arrived, its crew quickly assessing the situation. They radioed for emergency medical help as they sped towards the shore. Daniel lay on the deck, his face pale, his breathing shallow. Mia, her hands covered in blood, stayed by his side, whispering words of encouragement. Back on shore, an ambulance was waiting. Daniel was rushed to the hospital, his condition critical. The shark's attack had left deep lacerations, the damage extensive. In the hospital, Daniel's fight for life continued. Surgeries followed, each one in a battle to save his leg and his life. Mia, along with Daniel's family, waited anxiously, the hospital corridors echoing their fears and hopes. Daniel's journey back to health was slow but steady. He returned to the ocean, not to spearfish but to observe and respect the marine life from a safe distance. His experience was a harsh reminder of nature's unpredictability and the need for caution and respect in the wilderness. The tiger shark attack in Coral Lagoon became a life-altering event for Daniel. It was a story of survival, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit. This is a reminder that humans are not always the apex predators in the vast, untamed ocean. On the sun-kissed morning of July 15, 2002, Clara Benson and Lucas Wright, a newlywed couple from a small town in England, were embarking on what was meant to be the highlight of their honeymoon in the Bahamas. They had chosen Sapphire Lagoon, a stunning location known for its crystal-clear waters and vibrant marine life. The Bahamas, a paradise for water enthusiasts, was home to many sea creatures, including the awe-inspiring yet formidable tiger sharks. Clara, a 28-year-old nurse with a love for the ocean, was excited about their snorkeling trip to see the colorful coral reefs of Sapphire Lagoon. Lucas, a 30-year-old school teacher, shared her enthusiasm, although he was slightly apprehensive about the open waters. They had heard about tiger sharks in the area, impressive, respected, and feared creatures. Known for their striped bodies and powerful presence, tiger sharks were a common sight in these waters, though they rarely interacted with humans. Their day started with laughter and anticipation as they prepared for their adventure. They talked about the fish they hoped to see and the memories they would create. After a hearty breakfast at their seaside resort, they met with their guide, a seasoned local diver named Marvin, who briefed them on safety measures and the rich biodiversity of Sapphire Lagoon. Armed with snorkeling gear, Clara and Lucas set out on a small boat captained by Marvin. The lagoon's waters sparkled under the bright Bahamian sun, inviting them into its depths. Clara's eyes gleamed excitedly as they neared the snorkeling spot while Lucas checked his camera, eager to capture every moment. They plunged into the water, immersing themselves in the underwater wonderland. Clara was mesmerized by the coral's vivid hues and the schools of fish that swam close enough to touch. Lucas, swimming beside her, felt a sense of awe at the beauty that surrounded them. Unbeknownst to the blissful couple, a tiger shark over 3 meters long and drawn by the activity was slowly approaching from the deeper parts of the lagoon. Clara, busy admiring a school of angelfish, didn't notice the shadow looming in the distance. Suddenly, Lucas saw the unmistakable stripes of the tiger shark. His heart sank as he realized the imminent danger. He gestured frantically to Clara, signaling the presence of the shark. Clara turned and her blood ran cold. The tiger shark was alarmingly close. The shark, perhaps curious or feeling threatened, moved closer in a split second. In a state of shock, Clara tried to swim away, but the shark was faster. In a swift, terrifying moment, it bit her hand. Agonizing pain surged through her as she struggled to free herself from the shark's jaws. Seeing his wife in peril, Lucas knew he had to act fast. He swam towards Clara, his mind racing to find a way to help her. He remembered Marvin's advice: stay calm and avoid sudden movements. Lucas reached Clara, his heart pounding with fear and adrenaline. Blood clouded the water around them, signaling the severity of Clara's injury. She was in shock, her face contorted with pain. He supported Clara, trying to keep her calm as he yelled for Marvin's help. Their boat was nearby, but it seemed an eternity away in that moment of terror. Every stroke toward the ship felt like a battle against panic and despair. Marvin, noticing the commotion, quickly headed towards them. As he approached, he understood the gravity of the situation. Clara's hand was grievously injured, and the shark was still nearby. Acting swiftly, Marvin helped Clara onto the boat and administered first aid to her wound. Lucas climbed aboard, his face a mixture of worry and relief. Marvin radioed for emergency medical assistance as they raced back to the shore. Back on land, an ambulance was waiting. Clara was rushed to the hospital, her condition critical. The bite had caused severe damage and she was losing a lot of blood. In the hospital, Clara's fight for survival continued. She underwent emergency surgery to treat her injuries. Lucas stayed by her side, holding her hand, his mind filled with fear and hope. The news of the shark attack spread quickly, a chilling reminder of the unpredictability of nature. For Clara and Lucas, the incident was a brutal intrusion into their idyllic honeymoon. Miraculously, after days of intensive care and multiple surgeries, Clara began to recover. The physical scars remained, but her spirit was unbroken. The attack had changed her, but her love for the ocean and its creatures endured. Clara's journey to recovery was slow but steady. She returned to the sea, not to snorkel but to watch from the safety of the shore, and her respect for the ocean's inhabitants deepened. The traumatic experience brought the couple closer, their bond strengthened by the ordeal they had endured together. The tranquility of Sapphire Lagoon had been shattered, but the resilience and love of Clara and Lucas shone through in the face of adversity. Their story became a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the need for respect and caution in the natural world. Emerald Bay, a picturesque stretch of coastline in South Africa, was bustling with activity on August 22, 2009. It was a paradise for surfers known for its perfect waves and clear waters. Among them was 26-year-old Jack Harrison, a seasoned surfer passionate about riding the waves. Joining him was his girlfriend, Mia Thompson, a 24-year-old photographer and nature enthusiast. Jack was a familiar face at Emerald Bay with his sun-bleached hair and tanned skin. He had grown up on these shores, learning to respect and navigate the ocean's unpredictable nature. Mia, with her keen eye for beauty, loved capturing the essence of the sea and the surfers who challenged it. The couple arrived early, excited about the day ahead. The weather was perfect, with a light breeze and the sun casting a golden hue over the water. Jack waxed his surfboard, a ritual he performed meticulously, while Mia set up her camera equipment, eager to catch the day's best moments. As Jack paddled out, Mia watched from the shore, her camera lens following his every move. Emerald Bay's waters were known to be a habitat for various marine life, including the formidable tiger shark. Jack was well aware of the risks, but his love for surfing eclipsed any fear. He had learned to read the ocean's signs, always staying alert for any unusual movement in the water. The local surfers respected and feared tiger sharks, known for their distinct stripes and robust build. These creatures, capable of growing up to 5 meters in length, were known to be curious and occasionally aggressive, especially if they felt threatened or were attracted by erratic movements. Jack caught wave after wave, his skills on full display. Mia's camera clicked continuously, capturing his fluid movements and the sheer joy on his face. The morning passed in a blur of adrenaline and laughter. As noon approached, Jack decided to catch one last wave before taking a break. He paddled further out, waiting for the perfect swell. The water around him was calm, the surface glistening under the midday sun. Suddenly, without warning, a large shadow loomed beneath him. Jack's heart skipped a beat as he realized it was a tiger shark, its stripes visible through the clear water. In a split second, the shark struck, its mighty jaws clamping down on Jack's leg. Panic surged through him as he fought to free himself. The shark shook its head violently, trying to drag him under. Jack's screams echoed across the water, reaching Mia on the shore. She dropped her camera and ran towards the lifeguard station, shouting for help. On the beach, chaos erupted as surfers and sunbathers scrambled to assist. Lifeguards sprang into action, launching their boat towards Jack's location. Perhaps startled by the commotion, the shark released Jack and disappeared into the depths. Jack, bleeding profusely and in shock, struggled to stay afloat. His leg was severely injured, the damage extensive. The lifeguards reached him just in time, pulling him onto their boat and rushing him back to shore. Mia, frantic with worry, met them as they landed. Jack was barely conscious, his face pale and his body trembling. Emergency services arrived swiftly, their sirens piercing the air. As paramedics attended to Jack, Mia held his hand, tears streaming down her face. The beachgoers watched in stunned silence as Jack was loaded into the ambulance. The attack had shaken the community, a grim reminder of nature's unpredictability and the inherent risks of their beloved sport. As the ambulance raced to the hospital, Mia followed closely behind, her mind reeling with fear for Jack's life. The serene beauty of Emerald Bay had been overshadowed by a terrifying encounter, a day that started with joy and ended in tragedy. At the hospital, the reality of the situation set in. Jack's injuries were critical. The doctors worked tirelessly, performing multiple surgeries in an attempt to save his leg and stabilize his condition. Mia sat in the waiting room, her hands clasped tightly, praying for a miracle. Hours turned into days as Jack fought for his life. Despite the doctor's best efforts, the damage caused by the shark attack was too severe. Jack's condition worsened, and he slipped into a coma. Mia stayed by his side, whispering words of love and encouragement, hoping he could hear her. She reminisced about their adventures, plans for the future, and the love that had brought them to Emerald Bay. The hospital staff, moved by Mia's devotion, did everything they could to support her. Friends and family gathered, offering comfort and sharing in the grief of the unfolding tragedy. On the 4th day, Jack's battle came to an end. His injuries were too extensive, and his body could no longer withstand the strain. With Mia holding his hand, Jack passed away, leaving a void that could never be filled. The news of Jack's death spread quickly, sending shockwaves through the surfing community. A memorial was set up on the beach where surfers paid their respects, laying flowers and sharing stories of Jack's passion for the ocean. Mia, heartbroken and lost, found solace in the memories they had created. She knew Jack's spirit would always be a part of Emerald Bay, riding the waves he loved. In the aftermath of the tragedy, the local authorities implemented stricter safety measures, and increased awareness about the presence of tiger sharks in the area. Surfers and beachgoers were reminded to be vigilant and to respect the ocean's inhabitants. Jack's story became a poignant reminder of the beauty and danger of the sea. His legacy lived on in the hearts of those who knew him, a testament to the courage and spirit of a surfer who loved the ocean, even in the face of its greatest predators. Mia eventually returned to the beach, her gaze fixed on the horizon. The sea, with its endless waves, continued to beckon, but its allure was now tinged with a profound respect and a sense of loss. In the rhythm of the waves, she found a connection to Jack, a reminder that life, like the ocean, is beautiful, unpredictable, and sometimes heartbreakingly harsh. Laura Bennett, a 30-year-old professional underwater photographer, embarked on a journey to Zenith Coast in the picturesque Seychelles. Jack Cooper, a marine biologist and Laura's partner in life and work, accompanied her. Their mission was to capture the breathtaking beauty of the coral reefs in this tropical paradise. April 23, 2007, was marked by clear skies and the sun casting a golden hue over the tranquil waters of Zenith Coast. Laura and Jack prepared for their dive, excited to document the vibrant underwater world. The Seychelles, known for their pristine waters and abundant marine life, were the perfect canvas for Laura's photography. Equipped with her camera and underwater housing, Laura felt a rush of excitement. The ocean had always been her sanctuary, where she could blend her passion for photography with her love for the marine environment. With his extensive knowledge of marine ecosystems, Jack was the ideal partner for such an expedition. The ocean's magic unfolded before them as they descended into the azure depths. Colorful fish darted among the corals and rays glided gracefully beneath them. Laura's camera clicked and whirred, capturing the spectacle in stunning detail. In these waters, tiger sharks were known to roam. Majestic and formidable, they were both a photographer's dream and a diver's caution. Laura and Jack respected these apex predators, understanding their importance in the ocean's balance. The dive progressed smoothly, with Laura focusing on a particularly vibrant coral formation. Jack kept a watchful eye on their surroundings, ensuring their safety. The harmony of the underwater world was hypnotizing, a symphony of color and life. Without warning, the serene scene was disrupted. A giant tiger shark, its stripes distinctive against its muscular body, emerged from the blue. Its approach was silent and swift, catching Laura off guard as she focused through her camera lens. The shark's sudden appearance sent a jolt of fear through Laura. Her heart raced as she assessed the situation. The shark circled, its curiosity evident, but its intentions unclear. Laura knew she had to protect both herself and her valuable equipment. Jack, realizing the gravity of the situation, moved closer to Laura. They both knew that panic would only escalate the encounter. They maintained their composure, moving slowly and deliberately. The tiger shark, intrigued by Laura's camera, moved closer. Its robust body glided through the water with ease. Laura could see its eyes, unblinking and calculating, as it assessed these unfamiliar visitors. In a heart-stopping moment, the shark lunged towards Laura, its jaws wide open. Laura's instincts kicked in. She used her camera as a shield, pushing it towards the shark's gaping mouth. The camera, a barrier between her and the shark's teeth, took the brunt of the impact. The shark's bite was forceful, its teeth clamping onto the camera housing. Laura held on, struggling to keep the shark at bay. Jack sprang into action, using his knowledge of shark behavior to try and deter the predator. The struggle was intense, a battle of wills between humans and sharks. Laura's arms ached as she fought to keep the camera between her and the shark. Meanwhile, Jack attempted to distract the shark, hoping to draw it away from Laura. In an instant, the shark struck. With a robust and swift movement, it clamped its jaws onto Laura's arm, pulling her away from the coral. The force of the attack was overwhelming, and Laura felt a searing pain as the shark's teeth sank into her flesh. Jack reacted instantly, swimming towards Laura in a desperate attempt to help. But the shark was relentless. It shook its head violently, dragging Laura deeper as she struggled to free herself from its grip. Blood clouded the water, starkly contrasting the serene environment they had been admiring moments before. The attack was brutal and unyielding. Her arm was severely injured, and she was losing blood rapidly. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Jack knew he had to act fast. He reached for his shark deterrent device, hoping to drive the predator away. The device emitted a high-frequency sound, disorienting the shark momentarily. Seizing the opportunity, Jack pulled Laura away from the shark's reach. As they ascended towards the surface, Laura's consciousness began to wane. The pain was excruciating and she struggled to stay awake. Jack, supporting her with one arm, swam as quickly as he could, his mind racing with thoughts of getting her to safety. Reaching the surface, Jack's shouts for help echoed across the bay. Their boat crew, alerted by the commotion, rushed to their aid. Laura was hoisted onto the boat, her injuries grave and life-threatening. As the boat raced back to shore, the crew administered first aid to stem the bleeding. Laura's condition was critical and every second counted. The once idyllic day had turned into a nightmare, a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of the wild and the inherent risks of exploring its depths. On shore, an ambulance awaited, ready to rush Laura to the nearest hospital. The serene beauty of Zenith Coast faded into the background as the reality of the shark attack set in. And a day meant to capture the beauty of the ocean ended in a desperate fight for survival. Laura's arm, severely mauled by the shark, was wrapped in makeshift bandages, but the blood seeped through relentlessly. The crew's efforts to control the bleeding were a desperate battle against time. Jack, his face etched with worry, whispered words of encouragement to Laura, trying to pierce through the haze of pain and shock that enveloped her. At the hospital, the chaos of the emergency room was a blur to Jack. Doctors and nurses swarmed around Laura, their voices a symphony of medical jargon and urgency. Jack was ushered to the waiting area, his heart heavy with worry. The hours ticked by slowly, each minute an eternity of waiting and uncertainty. Jack replayed the day's events in his mind, questioning every decision and moment that led to the attack. The image of the shark, its jaws clamped on Laura's arm, was a haunting vision that refused to fade. Days turned into weeks and Laura's condition gradually improved. The road to recovery was long and fraught with challenges, but her spirit, as unyielding as the ocean she loved, kept her fighting. Jack remained a constant presence, his support unwavering. The attack had changed their lives irrevocably, but it also strengthened their bond, a testament to the power of love and resilience in adversity. Laura's journey back to health was slow and painful, but she was not alone. Together, they faced each day, their love a beacon of hope in the darkest times. In the tranquil waters off the coast of the Seychelles, a small island named Isla Verde beckoned adventurers and conservationists alike. Known for its vibrant coral reefs and diverse marine life, the island was a paradise for those seeking to explore the underwater world. Among them was Thomas Blackburn, a 28-year-old environmental volunteer passionate about marine conservation. It was June 16, 2001, a day that promised clear skies and calm seas, perfect for the scheduled cleanup dive around the island. Thomas and fellow volunteers, including his close friend and fellow diver Lucas Bennett and seasoned diver Sarah Gomez, prepared for the day's mission. Their goal was to remove debris from the coral reefs, ensuring a safe habitat for the marine creatures. With his tousled brown hair and keen green eyes, Thomas was known for his infectious enthusiasm and love for the ocean. He had left his job in England to travel and volunteer in marine conservation projects worldwide. Isla Verde was his latest stop, where he quickly made friends with a small community of divers and environmentalists. Lucas, Thomas's diving partner, shared his passion for the ocean, but was more cautious and measured in his approach. Sarah, their dive leader, was a seasoned pro, her years of experience evident in her confident demeanor and deep respect for the sea. As they geared up, Thomas felt a surge of excitement. Diving was where he felt most at home amidst the silence of the underwater world. The group set off in their boat, the clear waters revealing the colorful life beneath the surface. They reached their designated dive spot, a part of the reef known for its stunning coral formations. The underwater world opened up before them as they descended, a kaleidoscope of colors and movements. Thomas was captivated by a school of vibrant fish darting among the corals. However, today's dive was an unexpected and terrifying encounter. As they worked on removing a tangled fishing net, a massive tiger shark emerged from the depths. Its sleek, powerful body easily cut through the water, its cold eyes surveying the scene. The shark, over 10 feet long, moved with a grace that belied its potential for ferocity. Thomas, closest to the creature, felt a primal fear grip him. He had learned about tiger sharks in his conservation studies, known for their curiosity and assertive nature. They were formidable predators. In a heartbeat, the shark turned its attention towards Thomas, its powerful tail propelling it forward. Thomas froze, his heart pounding in his chest. The shark's jaws opened, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth. Lucas, witnessing the scene, acted instinctively. He swam towards Thomas, yelling through his regulator to distract the shark. Seeing the danger, Sarah quickly joined in, trying to create a barrier between the shark and Thomas. But the shark was undeterred. It lunged at Thomas, its teeth sinking into his leg. The pain was immediate and searing. Thomas felt himself being pulled down, the weight of the shark immense. He struggled, trying to push the shark away, but its grip was unyielding. Lucas and Sarah, in a desperate attempt to save their friend, attacked the shark, punching and kicking, trying to force it to release Thomas. After what seemed like an eternity but was only seconds, the shark let go, disappearing into the depths as quickly as it had appeared. Thomas was bleeding profusely, his leg mangled. Lucas and Sarah, their hearts racing with adrenaline and fear, quickly helped him to the surface. They signaled the boat for an emergency pickup. As they sped back to the island, Sarah applied pressure to Thomas's wounds, trying to stem the bleeding. Lucas held Thomas's hand, offering words of comfort, his mind racing with worry. They reached the island, and Thomas was rushed to a medical facility. The doctors worked swiftly, but the damage was severe. Thomas had lost a significant amount of blood, and his leg was beyond saving. The decision was made to amputate. In the days that followed, as Thomas lay in his hospital bed, his life forever changed. He grappled with the reality of his situation. The ocean, his source of joy and passion, had nearly claimed his life. Yet amid the pain and loss, Thomas's spirit remained unbroken. His thoughts often drifted to the shark, the majestic creature that had altered his destiny. He harbored no anger, only a deeper understanding of the wild and unpredictable nature of the ocean's inhabitants. The attack at Isla Verde became a story of survival and resilience, a testament to the power of the human spirit in the face of adversity. It also served as a stark reminder of the importance of respecting the ocean and its creatures, acknowledging that humans were but visitors in their domain.